Hello, everybody. How are you today? So it's time for another one of our community check-ins. And this week, alhamdulillah, it's been a really productive week for me in comparison to the last 2 weeks, especially with, the lockdown, adjusting to the new routines, etc. And I truly believe I was reflecting on why I feel like I've had a really good and productive week this week. And I think it came down to two things. And this is actually something that I shared with you on Monday, how I started my week. And I started my week with Du'a and affirmations. And I truly believe that through Du'a and affirmations, I have been able to have a very focused, productive, and barakah filled week. And so I wanted to share a few tips with you regarding how you can also leverage the power of Du'a and affirmations to transform your week and your day, especially if you're feeling a bit sluggish, if you're, procrastinating a lot, if you're not really feeling focused, really utilizing these two things to help you kickstart your week and get into an action mode. So let's have a quick look at what a dua is. So I believe we all know what du'as are. Du'as are, for me, my way of talking to Allah. It's an invocation, it's supplication, is talking to Allah. And what is an affirmation? So I have a little note here that basically says that affirmations are the practice of positive thinking and self-empowerment. So fostering the belief that a positive mental attitude supported by affirmations will achieve success in anything. And so let's just take that one step at a time. Fostering the belief that a positive mental attitude supported by affirmations will achieve success in anything. And that's all well and good for your typical person out there. But for us as Muslims, we need to take it a step further and ask ourselves that, okay, if I have a positive mental attitude and I follow them up with a generic, affirmation, I'm committed to having a productive day, I am capable, I am motivated, all of these things, all well and good. But I truly believe that for our affirmations to be successful and really impactful, there has to be an acknowledgement. And for us as Muslims, we tie our success to both the success of this world, but the success of the hereafter. And therefore, we tie our success to Allah. And so the missing ingredient there, aside from having a positive mental attitude and affirming the things that you want to achieve in your life, is acknowledging that Allah is the one that has the power. Allah is the result. And this is something that my friend shared with me that has stuck with me. The actions come from us, but the results come from Allah. And so why shouldn't we consult with Allah? Why shouldn't we consult with the one in whose hands our lives are in? He is the one that has the power to do all things in our life. He is the one that says be and it is. Everything, every result, everything that comes out, whether positive or whether we see as positive or negative, it comes from Allah. And so really tying in this concept of consulting Allah in our kind of day routine as we start our week, and committing our week to Him and seeking His blessings, His barakah, His guidance, His rizq, is so transformational and so impactful. And I truly believe that that's been one reason why I've had a different week this week. It hasn't just been about me and my to-do list, looking at it and struggling. It's me saying, Ya Allah, these are all the things I want to achieve. I hand them over to you. These are the things I want to achieve. I hand them over to you. I ask you for guidance. Guide me towards the activities that will bring me joy, that will bring me fulfillment, that will bring me success. And so I'm able to go into my week and be laser focused and continually ask myself, okay, is this thing in alignment? Is this not in alignment? And I take a step back to listen to myself and look inwards to see, okay, is this what I'm going to go on with, or is this what I'm going to go on with? And I let Allah guide me and my steps. And so I've been able to find that whereas usually I am struggling to get through my to-do list, this week I've been pumped, I've been motivated, I've been working, definitely committing more time, but just being more focused. And anytime that I kind of start to lag behind, I go back to my affirmations. And I shared the affirmations on the page on Monday, and I'm going to read them out to you again, just so that you can, in case you haven't read them, you can get a feel for, what these affirmations actually look like. And so if you just give me one moment. Okay, I've pulled up the affirmations and they go as thus. Ya Allah, I am conscious of your rahmah and blessings in my life, and I am grateful for those infinite blessings. So for me, the affirmations is really about acknowledging that all the blessings in our lives, all that mercy, all that rahmah, it comes from Allah, and just starting from a place of gratitude. So that's the first affirmation, dua, that I had. The second one, Ya Wakil, I surrender my affairs to you. I am exactly where you want me to be, and you are the best disposer of my affairs. So one of the things that I've started doing recently with my affirmations is actually incorporating the names of Allah, because that's actually one of the etiquette of making dua, to incorporate the name of Allah, call him by his names. And so I use Allah's name, Ya Wakil, the disposer of affairs, and I worded my affirmation to say, I surrender all my affairs to you, and then acknowledging that I am exactly where Allah wants me to be. Because a lot of the time we feel a lot of pressure to be and do all these things and be at this place, and we're constantly running and chasing one thing or another. And sometimes we just need to step back and acknowledge that we are exactly where Allah wants us to be. And the next affirmation was, Ya Razak, you are my provider and my sustainer. Through you, my life is filled with barakah and abundance. Again, remembering that risk comes from Allah, especially during this time with the COVID-19. A lot of people are feeling the economic and financial impact of the virus, of staying at home, of being in lockdown. Just, so many people's plan to do this, trying to do that, blah, 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 blah. And we have to just give it up to Allah and remember that He is the provider and risk comes from Him, and put that trust in Him. That barakah and abundance, it comes from Him. So seek it from Him alone. The other one is more of a traditional affirmation, I am committed. And it goes, I am committed to having a barakah-filled day. Oh Lord, I open my arms to receiving your blessings and having a focused and productive day. So that's like a spin on like a traditional affirmation. But as you can see, we're incorporating Allah into that and putting it into perspective, into the perspective of seeking Allah's blessings in our day and seeking His barakah in our day. And the last one, which is honestly one of my favorites, is, oh Lord, guide my steps and take charge of my affairs. Stir me, I always get stir wrong, Stir me towards activities which bring joy, fulfillment, and the success of this world and the hereafter. And this is particularly grounding for somebody like me who does a lot of different things. And so I'm constantly jumping from one project to another. And this affirmation really helps me to stay grounded and really helps me to stay in alignment with my values and allow Allah to guide my steps and my actions. So if you've enjoyed this little IGTV tutorial video, check-in about du'as and affirmations, and you would like to know more about how you can craft your own du'a affirmations, how you can learn more about, receive actually some of my personal du'a affirmations that I use in all areas of my life, not just to have a productive barakah-filled week, but to also, feel more grounded as a mother, as a wife, and all the other areas and aspects of my life that I want to see an improvement in, then make sure you are subscribed to our mailing list via the link in our bio, because we have some really awesome, exciting things coming up in a run up to Ramadan around this whole topic and theme of dua and affirmations. And I'm really excited to share it with my community very soon, inshallah, sometime next week, because Ramadan is literally around the corner. So yes, thank you all so much for listening. And I look forward to sharing more with you and helping you also craft your dua affirmations. Assalamu alaikum, and have an awesome weekend ahead.